This is called an exhibition. But if you look up exhibition, you will not see it.
This is called a presentation, yet on the off chance that you look into display, you won't see any of the regulations that we're battling under. This is a battle. There's no guidelines that says you would be able, and you can't take the other individual out or attempt to take the other individual out, which is the thing every individual who is watching this battle will need. Yet show battles commonly brief rounds, assuming that you believe Mike Tyson should win this battle. That is something extraordinary for Mike Tyson, on the grounds that tune in as you age, it gets more enthusiastically to prepare oak. He remained uninvolved. There was a lot of publicity about the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson battle being work as an expert battle. The two warriors talked about how this battle would have been the greatest battle ever in the game of boxing, and how significant it was for their heritage. Fans and pundits anyway weren't agreeable to this, and many hammered Jake Paul for making the battle as of late anyway. Iron Mike affirmed that his forthcoming battle with Paul is for sure a presentation. Following this, we additionally have some familiarity with the principles for this session, and it could assume a significant part in how the battle could work out. Examiners and boxing specialists likewise imparted their insights and forecasts on the battle, and many accept Mike Tyson has areas of strength for and of winning this conflict. So what are the standards for the Tyson versus Paul battle? And what did the specialists need to say? We should figure out in this video. In his most recent meeting with Fox News, in regards to the profoundly expected battle against Jake Paul, Mike Tyson dug into the idea of the battle, affirming it as a presentation. In the event that you take a gander at presentation, you wouldn't see any of the regulations we're battling under. This is a battle guaranteed. Mike Tyson, the 57-year-old fighter, not entirely settled to release his influence on the issue. Kid, this is called presentation, yet in the event that you look into show, you won't see any of the regulations that we're battling under. This is a battle. Tyson, at 58 years of age, offers of real value, a tradition of unrivaled influence and savagery in the boxing scene. In spite of confronting a lot more youthful rival in Jake Paul, Tyson excused the possibility that Paul's childhood and speed would give him an unmistakable benefit, immovably expressing, "I don't believe he's quicker than me." The term presentation frequently summons pictures of a less serious challenge, not limited by the thorough principles of expert cutthroat matches anyway. Tyson rushed to rethink the assumptions for this battle, stressing that while it could be named as a presentation, the force and responsibility he's bringing to the ring are everything except easygoing. He brought up that the standards they are battling under don't look like those normally connected with a show match, clarifying, "This is a battle tending to the tales and hypothesis about the battle's circumstances. For example, the require IRM of headgear, or the utilization of 18-0 gloves." Tyson explained these focuses with an undaunted false. His words highlighted the earnestness with which the two contenders are moving toward the coordinate, with Tyson particularly enthusiastic about showing that no matter what the show marked, the opposition will be essentially as wild as any expert session. The discussion additionally addressed what drives Tyson back into the ring, a blend of defying individual feelings of dread and a determined quest for brilliance, not so much for cash, but rather for the game and his heritage. Tyson shared experiences into his preparation routine and mental planning, uncovering the profundity of his commitment to confronting Paul in the ring. He communicated a comprehension of the dangers implied, particularly considering his age and time away from cutthroat boxing, yet additionally a certainty born from a vocation of conquering adversaries. Against the chances, now there is a justification for why this session will not be battled under standard boxing rules. Assuming the contender believed the session should be an authority match, Tyson would have needed to go through a few actual tests and submit positive outcomes from an electroencephalogram and an electrocardiogram. Maybe every one of the bands that the pair would have needed to go through dismissed them from pushing for an authority match. That is simply theory. However, the battle should likewise be given an authority assignment, no less than 21 days before the battle, albeit this is just a display battle. Tyson is treating it in a serious way, going through extreme preparation, and making a few way-of-life changes in front of the battle. Yet what do we are familiar the principles for this presentation session, and how might it influence the two contenders? The standards for the battle were as of late uncovered, and they promptly turned into a hotly debated issue, prompting different translations of how these expectations could impact the match's result. One of the most striking elements of this show is the shortfall of judges to score adjust. This basic change disturbs the customary system inside which fighters plan and execute their blueprints. Generally, warriors could find a steady speed, intending to win over the appointed authorities over the span of the match anyway. Without the strain of scoring, the two warriors might embrace more forceful techniques, zeroing in on conveying unequivocal disasters for secure knockout, realizing that this is the main way to an unmistakable triumph. The decrease of round length from 3 minutes to 2 presents a huge variable that could modify the beat and cadence of the battle. This change requests a reassessment of endurance. The executives with Paul and Tyson possibly picking to expand the force and recurrence of their assaults during the abbreviated rounds. The requirement for fast, effective commitment could help Tyson, known for his hazardous power and superb transient perseverance, possibly slanting the match in support of himself, if can adjust to these lively extreme trades. Measure of people observing Oak. There will be a ton of tension on Jack Paul. There's not exactly going to be any tension on Mike Tyson. What strain is there? Go out there 58 attempt and take out some troublemaker, and in the event that he doesn't make it happen, so what? Moving to 16 no gloves, heavier than the standard utilized in proficient sessions, presents a layer of well-being and procedure change. The expanded glove size can hose the power of each punch, possibly diminishing the gamble of injury and broadening the battle's length. This change might disservice Paul, who could depend on fast, sharp hits, constraining a strategic turn towards building mixes and utilizing openings all the more sensibly. This standard was important to shield the two warriors from serious damage, yet it additionally adds a layer of intricacy to the match. Maybe the most sensational change is the limitation that triumph must be accomplished through a knockout. Tony Jeffrey accepts this standard, puts an undeniable accentuation on power and accuracy, encouraging the two contenders to look for a conclusive battle finishing strikes. The information that a choice triumph is off the table could prompt a more open, forceful battle, with every fighter searching for that one ideal chance to end the session in a moment. There's no standards that says you would be able, and you can't take the other individual out or attempt to take the other individual out, which is the thing every individual who is watching this battle will need. Yet display battles gently together these unusual principles, not just rethink the construction of the Tyson versus Paul match, yet additionally challenge the contenders to adjust, enhance, and maybe reclassify their ways to deal with the game. This session, with its unconventional expectations, is in excess of an exhibition. It's a demonstration of boxing's developing nature, mixing custom with development in a manner that enamors and challenges contenders and fans. The same, the disclosure of the new battle rules has driven numerous specialists to impart their insights on how this battle could work out. Boxing legend Lennox Lewis accepts Jake Paul is fortunate he won't confront Mike Tyson in a genuine battle. Lewis, who halted Tyson in their 2002 conflict, accepts Paul ought to be grateful the battle won't be endorsed. Asked by TMZ, assuming he was anticipating the occasion, Lewis said, "Totally, it will be an incredible battle, and I'm anticipating it." When inquired as to whether he was disheartened the battle won't be an expert one, he added, "No, I would feel downright terrible for Jake Paul." Lewis said, "I don't believe that he should get injured. Do you wish it was an ascent battle and not a presentation leg? It will be no, 'cause I would feel